I always say I'm not an Empire guy, but at the same time, I wear an awful lot of Empire paraphernalia. Hello everyone, Jeremy here. Today I am about to take a look at the Lore Masters video, The Most Evil Thing the Jedi Did. And that is the Sith Holocaust from Legends. I don't know if this is coming from comics or from books, or probably both. But this is coming from the old EU, which I'm a huge fan of, so I'm not upset about it. I'm more upset about that it's now EU, or old, now it's Legends, I should say, than I am that it's old EU, or that this is just EU. I cannot speak today. Yeah, I've only at this point watched maybe one of Lore Master's videos, and I absolutely loved it. So I cannot wait to see what the take on this might be.
The Jedi were regarded among many to be peacekeepers who sought to protect the galaxy from all kinds of evil. But there were moments across the Jedi's long history that may muddle this accepted notion, including what may be the most evil thing they ever committed, the Sith Holocaust. And when we say Sith, we aren't exclusively talking about the Sith Order and those who harbored the dark side powers and the titles of Lord and Emperor.
Now there's
We
a
are
race.
talking about the entire Sith species, which consisted of billions of innocents. So what led the Jedi to commit such a heinous act? It began with the Great Hyperspace War, the first conflict between the Galactic Republic and the original Sith Empire. The war took place around 5,000 years before the Clone Wars. The Sith Empire was in a way created by the Jedi long ago, when they exiled a group of their own who they considered to be too dangerous. Those exiled were known as Dark Jedi, who during their exile came across the Sith homeworld of Korriban. The Dark Jedi made contact with these red-skinned people and noticed that they were strongly connected to the Force, particularly the dark side. So the Dark Jedi combined their knowledge of the Force with the Sith magic practiced by the Sith people to develop strong, unnatural Force abilities that would become a staple to future Sith Lords. Many years had passed, and the original Dark Jedi that had come to Korriban had died off, leaving only their Force knowledge to the Sith people who used it to build up an empire within their isolated corner of the galaxy in the Outer Rim. One day, a pair of Republic deep space explorers accidentally landed on Korriban and made contact with the Sith. They were immediately imprisoned, as the Sith believed they were spies who were from a government that was preparing to attack them. This paranoia of the Sith possibly stemmed from the past of when the Infinite Empire ruled by the Rakata attempted to invade Korriban by at first appearing as friends. The historic Rakadan attack devastated Korriban, so the Sith weren't taking any chances this time, possibly hoping to not be the victims of another surprise attack, as well as wishing to expand their own empire and conquer new worlds. The Sith Empire located the Galactic Republic and attacked some of its most important planets, including Coruscant, thus marked the beginning of the Great Hyperspace War. The Sith Empire made quick gains in the war, but ultimately lost when infighting occurred within its own borders. This infighting within the Sith Empire allowed the Republic to counterattack and effectively fight back the Sith to their own territory and disable their ability to launch any more offensive attacks on Republic worlds. In other words, the Sith no longer posed a threat to the Republic, but some within the Republic felt that wasn't enough, and that the already defeated Sith Empire needed to be punished even more for starting what might have been the most devastating war the Republic had fought in its history at that point. So the Supreme Chancellor named Pultimo gave the order to commit genocide upon all worlds within the Sith Empire's borders. This included wiping out the entire Sith species, along with all others who so happened to live among the Empire's borders. The Jedi followed through with this order and spearheaded the genocides alongside with Republic forces. The Jedi probably thought that the dark side embedded Sith species were too dangerous to be left alive, and that by killing them all would eliminate the threat of them attacking again. Billions of defenseless beings were slaughtered as a result. This event became known as the Sith Holocaust in galactic history, and it was considered to be one of the biggest mistakes ever committed by the Jedi by later members of the Order. But these genocides were not successful, as a few groups of Sith and other people that were among them survived and escaped into uncharted deep space. They remained there, hidden from the Republic. The survivors spent the next 1,300 years building a new empire under the leadership of a Sith Emperor who went by the name of Vitiate, who prepared his people to one day exact revenge on all those who killed their ancestors. When the time came, the Sith returned once more to the galaxy and reclaimed their lost world of Korriban. waged war on the Republic, and sacked the Jedi Temple. The returned Sith became a force to be feared once again, as they forced the Old Republic to submit to their demands through the Treaty of Coruscant, which allowed the Sith to control half of the known galaxy with ultimate authority.
I definitely have some thoughts. Not gonna lie, kinda happy that's no longer canon. I don't have a problem with the idea that the Jedi did some bad things in the past. I mean, we've actually seen them doing bad things because the Clone Wars, well, frankly, they weren't exactly on the right side. Nobody was really in that war, but the Jedi really weren't behaving correctly either. So I don't really have a problem with the Jedi having done some bad things, but the whole genocide thing, that's just, it doesn't ring true. I don't think, that doesn't ring true because I don't think George would allow that. That's what I mean. Because in George's vision, I don't think he would allow them to just straight up commit genocide. Would they have some really bad skeletons in their closet? Absolutely. But I don't think they would actually straight up murder an entire species, even if the Republic asked them to. I mean, they pushed back on Palpatine and his whole hold on the Senate and such. So, and yes, they did his bidding way more than they should have. But at the same time, they even at certain points pulled back and were like, no, we're not doing that. So I can't even, and that's at the Jedi at their worst. You know, this is at the moment they're about to fall because they become so blind. So Jedi 5,000 years ago just going, okay, we'll go slaughter everybody. Doesn't ring true to me. Now, an army, if you said they wiped out the Sith army, just annihilated it, that I could get on board with. Like, they just felt there was no other recourse. They wiped out the entire army. Didn't take prisoners, nothing. I'd be like, wow, that is awful. That is an atrocity. I could see them making that mistake. But to say they actually went and just slaughtered the entire planet, women and children, pulling an Anakin, every Jedi would have fallen to the dark side. Literally, every Jedi would have now be on the dark side of the Force. There would be no good Jedi. So it doesn't ring true for me in canon. Maybe it's different for you. If it seems like it would ring true for you, leave that in the comments below, because I don't understand how they couldn't all have turned to the dark side if they're straight up murdering civilians. That's the whole thing with Jedi. I mean, yes, Anakin stayed on the dark side after he killed the Tusken Raiders. He did a very evil thing, and then he was flickering over to the dark side. That was his first step into the dark side. And he did that once. Imagine the entire Jedi Order going out to hundreds of planets, I'm assuming at this point, or dozens at least, and murdering the entire population. Nobody comes out on the light side after that. So I can't think of that as canon. I'm glad it's no longer canon. It just doesn't fit for me. What do you think? Do you think that this could fit into canon? And also, because the timeline also doesn't work either, because George established now that it's 10,000 years that the Jedi have, or the Republic has stood. So I don't think the timelines line up either. That maybe I missed something there, but I really don't think it fits. Regardless, yeah, it doesn't track for me. I'm glad, kind of just glad this is now not canon. But what do you think? Do you feel like this could fit into canon? Are you a little more like me, where I think with a few tweaks it could fit? Like I said, if they wiped out the Sith army, sure. I think the time frame needs to be different. Definitely like seeing the Sith species. I rarely see the species itself in canon. Well, in any media, I should say. It's not canon, it's Legends. But in any sort of media, I typically don't even see it. So that was really cool. But yeah, leave your comments below, and as always, leave suggestions as well for any other videos, or maybe even a topic video, because I love doing those. Those are really fun to do, where I just kind of talk to you guys about maybe a comment you leave. So leave those down there as well. And if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to see more like it. All right. Before I go, please take care of yourselves, and please take care of each other. Thank you for watching.